Stepping into a manager's role is both exciting and intimidating. Whether you've been promoted or just joined a new team, the first impressions you make can define your leadership journey and your team's results. Getting people to respect you isn't about being bossy or demanding. It's about your actions, your mindset, and your ability to connect. In Moneyball, when Billy Bean walks into the room full of scouts for the first time with a new idea, they don't trust him yet. They don't believe him yet. They don't follow him yet. Not because he's wrong, but because he hasn't earned their respect. And that's exactly what happens in real life too. In this video, you'll discover 5 actionable strategies to earn respect instantly. Not by force, not by fear, but through leadership. People naturally want to follow. Implement even one of these ideas and you'll feel the difference from your very next meeting. Let's get started. First, the big mistakes new managers make is trying to fit in instead of stepping up. You walk in, you want everyone to be comfortable, you want people to like you, you avoid conflict, you say yes to everything, you try so hard to be agreeable. And suddenly when deadlines slip, people test your boundaries, your authority disappears, you feel out of control. Why does this happen? Because when you avoid being firm, your team learns they can walk over you. Not because they're bad people, but because you didn't set the standard. For example, the Devil Wears Prada movie. Remember when Andy starts working under Miranda? Andy tries to be nice, casual, friendly, and the entire office ignores her. Zero respect, zero authority. The moment she takes ownership, sets standards, follows through, shows seriousness, the room changes. People look at her differently. Respect grows. Respect doesn't come from being nice. Respect comes from being reliable, consistent, and clear. Second, most new managers believe if I just keep talking, explaining, and telling my team what to do, eventually they'll respect me. Nope, that's the crucial mistake. The real problem isn't that managers talk to their employees, it's how they talk. They lecture instead of listening. They dump information instead of building buy-in. They demand effort they don't personally demonstrate. The result? The team tunes out, silently. Instructions get ignored, just like players who stop listening to a coach who rambles for too long, or a gamer who skips a cutscene because it's slow and one-sided. The moment your communication becomes a monologue, your authority evaporates. How to stop these mistakes from destroying your authority? 1. Stop apologizing for leading. You don't have to earn the right to lead. You already earned it. 2. Stop saying, "Is this okay?" Replace it with, "Here's how we'll move forward." 3. Stop avoiding tough conversations. The more you avoid problems, the more they grow. 4. Set boundaries immediately. Friendly, yes. Soft, no. Clear, always. 5. Frame accountability as support. Like, I'm not correcting you to punish you. I'm correcting you to protect your growth and performance. This shifts your authority from boss to leader. Second, 5 steps to instantly gain respect as a new manager. To instantly gain respect as a new manager, focus on demonstrating integrity, competence, and genuine care for your team through clear actions and communication. Here are 5 practical strategies that consistently work for new managers. Step 1, lead by example and take control of day 1 with absolute clarity. Show the behavior you want before you ask for it. Most new managers walk into the job and say things like, "I'm still figuring things out. We'll see how things go." Weak openings destroy respect. People respect clarity. People respect direction. People respect leaders who look like they know what they're doing, even if they're still learning behind the scenes. Here's what you should actually say on day 1. Here's how we'll work together. Here's what you can expect from me. Here's how we will communicate. And here's what I expect from this team. Nothing earns respect faster than clarity. For example, Google's Project Oxygen study revealed that one of the top traits of great managers was clarity, especially around goals and communication. Employees working under managers who set clear expectations reported higher performance and lower stress. So as a new manager, your first tool is simple. Say it clearly, say it early, say it consistently. Try this line in your first meeting. Here's what success looks like for us this month. If you ever feel confused, I'm here to clarify anytime. And how do you set the standard to lead by example? 1. Be early, not just on time. Be ready before the team arrives, prepared and focused. This sends a clear message. My time matters, and so does yours. 2. Work hard without hovering. Don't be the manager who disappears when things get tough. Also, don't be the manager breathing down everyone's neck. 3. Stay composed under pressure. When things go wrong, a client explodes, a deadline slips, your reaction sets the tone. If you panic, shout, or blame, your team will panic and hide mistakes. If you breathe, think, and respond calmly, they'll learn to do the same. Respect grows from what you do, not what you say. But even if your team respects you, it doesn't always mean they listen to you. For that, you need step 2. Step 2, talk with your team, not at them. Every manager has had this moment. You give clear directions, you explain what needs to be done, by when, and why it matters. And somehow the team still does something completely different. Why? Because most managers communicate like a one-way broadcast. Think of a long text box in a game that most players just mash skip on. The information might be useful, but it's delivered in a way that nobody wants to listen to. So how do you fix that? You have to shift from instructions to conversations. How to turn instructions into conversations. 1. Start with questions, not commands. Instead of, we need to hit this deadline. Try, what do we need to adjust so we can hit this deadline without burning out? That small shift changes the energy in the room. People stop feeling forced and start feeling involved. 2. Ask for their take, even if the decision is made. After explaining a new process or change, say, what's your take on this? What do you think could go wrong here? Even if the decision isn't up for debate, their perspective can help you implement it better. And more importantly, they feel heard. 3. Reflect back what they say. If someone pushes back, resist the urge to argue immediately. Instead, so what I'm hearing is you're concerned about X. That makes sense. Here's why we still need to do Y and how we'll try to handle X. They may not love the answer, but they will feel respected. And that keeps respect intact. When you stop info dumping and start creating real two-way conversations, your team doesn't just listen more. They respect you more because you respect them. And since earning respect starts with the way you communicate, if you've ever caught yourself wondering, how do I inspire my team consistently? How do I make decisions people actually follow? Then the Leader's Toolkit is a resource you'll want to explore. It's designed to help you build the kind of communication habits that make people listen, trust, and follow your lead. It's a practical guide packed with templates, prompts, and frameworks that help you inspire your team even on tough days, navigate uncomfortable conversations with confidence, make decisions that actually stick, not fade away, stay calm when pressure spikes, build leadership habits that earn respect. Because the truth is, teams don't respect titles, they respect consistent leadership. And the Leader's Toolkit shows you how to build that consistency one step at a time. I've added the link in the description below so you can easily explore it after this video. All right, let's continue. There's still a big challenge left. How do you get your team to stay accountable without you constantly chasing them? Step 3, build accountability. Without micromanager, 2 manager types instantly lose respect. The nagging manager, did you do it yet? Did you do it yet? The anything goes manager, okay, fine, maybe next time. Both fail. Accountability is like a tower in Jenga. Each time you let something slide, each time you say one thing and enforce another, each time you make an exception for one favorite person, a block gets pulled out. Eventually, the whole structure collapses. So how do you build solid accountability? 3 rules for strong, fair accountability. 1. Consistency greater than intensity. Nothing destroys respect faster than special treatment. If your top performer can ignore deadlines or skip meetings without consequence, everyone else notices. Hold everyone, including your star employees, to the same standard. Respect comes from fairness, not from flexibility for a chosen few. 2. Make consequences predictable, not emotional. No threats, no sudden explosions. No, I warned you 20 times. Instead, if this happens again, here's the next step. Then follow through calmly. Consistency proves credibility. 3. Make them own their commitments. Instead of nagging, when will this be done? Try, when can you commit to delivering this? What support do you need? Commitment drives ownership. Ownership drives respect. When your team sees that standards are real, consistent, and fair, they start holding themselves accountable. And that's when your respect level jumps. But there's a moment that can still break everything. And it has nothing to do with your team's mistakes. It has to do with yours. Step 4, turn your mistakes into moments of leadership. Even if you're an amazing manager, there's one guarantee. At some point, you will mess up. You'll commit to an unrealistic deadline, miscommunicate something important, lose your cool in a meeting, miss a risk you should have seen coming. Most managers handle this in a way that kills respect. They blame someone else, they make excuses, or they pretend it never happened. Your team notices. They may not say it to your face, but they quietly think, if you don't own your mistakes, why should I own mine? The leaders who actually gain respect after a mistake do something different. They follow a simple method, the AAA method. 1. Acknowledge, say what went wrong, clearly and briefly. I misjudged that timeline. I didn't communicate that change clearly enough. No excuses attached. 2. Apologize professionally, not dramatically. I should have handled that better. Sorry for the confusion it caused. Keep it short. This isn't about making the team comfort you. It's about respecting them. 3. Action. Finish with, here's what I'm going to do differently next time. For example, I'll involve you earlier in the planning so we don't overcommit like that again. When you handle your own mistakes with honesty and maturity, something powerful happens. You don't lose respect, you gain it, because your team sees that the rules you expect from them also apply to you. But there's still one final step, and it's the difference between being respected and being the kind of leader people would actually go the extra mile for. Step 5, care about people, not just performance. Think about the best boss, teacher, or coach you've ever had. Was it their title that made them great? Their years of experience? Their ability to send perfect emails? Probably not. What you remember is how they made you feel. Seen, challenged, supported. The deepest level of respect doesn't come from fear or distance. It comes from knowing this person actually wants me to grow and succeed. But many managers swing to one of two extremes. They try to be everyone's best friend and lose authority. Or they stay distant and professional and lose trust. Respect lives in the middle. Warmth plus standards, care plus clarity, support plus expectations. 3 ways to show real care without losing authority. 1. Know small details about your people. You don't need to be intrusive, just be intentional. Their goals, their challenges, their interests, their growth path, not to pry, but to show they matter. 2. Recognize effort, not just big outcomes. Most managers only speak up when something goes wrong. Respect grows faster when you also notice what's going right. You might say, I saw how you handled that difficult client call. That was impressive. Or, you've been very consistent with your reports lately. I really appreciate that. A small, genuine good job from a manager is more powerful than people realize. 3. Be fair, firm, and on their side. Caring about your team doesn't mean letting things slide. It means holding high standards because you care. You can say, I know you're capable of better work than this. I'm pushing you not to punish you, but because I want you to succeed here. When people know you want the best for them, even tough feedback feels like respect, not attack. When you combine these actions, modeling the standard, communicating with, not at your team, building real accountability, owning your mistakes, and caring about people, you don't have to ask for respect. You've earned it. The most important step to build respect. After everything, there is one habit that matters more than all others. Consistency. Say what you mean what you say, do what you say you'll do. Respect isn't built in one big moment, it's built in 1,000 small, consistent ones. Third, the 5-step day 1 respect plan. Do these 5 things the moment you join a new team. 1. Start with calm, confident honesty. I value fairness, clarity, and growth, and I'm here to help this team win together. 2. Share your 30-day focus. Keep it simple, practical, and meaningful. 3. Set expectations clearly. How to communicate, how to raise concerns, how quality is measured, how follow-through is checked. 4. Ask 2 powerful questions. What's one thing we're doing well? What's one thing you wish we'd improve? The answers will reveal patterns instantly. 5. Make one promise and deliver it fast. Fix a small broken process, solve a recurring frustration, remove a pointless task, clarify one confusing step. When your team sees you take action quickly, they believe in you instantly. You don't need a decade of experience to earn respect. You don't need a loud voice. You don't need to be perfect. You just need clarity, accountability, consistency, courage, and a willingness to grow. Your team isn't waiting for a superhero. They're waiting for someone worth following. And that someone can be you. So remember, your first day as a manager isn't just a date on a calendar. It's your origin story.